Hi everyone. This is part 2 of stuff, because that's all it is, a bunch of little stuff. We got the air filter, PCV, throttle linkage, and spring, and some other stuff done and put on. I'm trying to get the motor so I can put it in. It's just set in the picture. It isn't glued in. Here I'm just, I believe it. God, I hope I didn't have that on the other one. I think I did. Anyway, sorry about that. Putting the fenders on. This was weird. There really was no place, like a notch locating pin, anything with this, so a lot of tongue-in-cheek. I think I said last week that I had trouble with the radiator, trying to place it where it needs to go, and it just didn't. I wanted to go in at an angle. Well, I guess that's the way they went, because I couldn't get it to go straight. Slight the top angle back to the rear of the car a little. But I did read that Chevrolet angled their radiators on their Vettes for radar guns. A stealth car. Yep. Oops. Notice something wrong there? Yeah, tie rod is flipped over the wrong way. I believe you might have seen this. Anyway, besides making a circle, what I found out is I needed to make the air breather bottom out of steel. So I'm using a can lid. You know, I should have trimmed this first. But anyway, there I'm burnishing it to make a dip. And you can see the plastic one I made, which is not magnetic. I need one that's magnetic. So, anyway. Alright. Filing away. Now, that was a big mistake. So if you guys ever try something this stupid, like I did, drill the center hole first after you get everything marked out. Then cut the outside. Idiot. I'm the idiot, not you. Anyway, here come the trouble. If I'd have left it big and drilled the hole, I'd have had plenty of room to hold on to it. Well, for some reason I didn't think of grabbing another one, just doing it all over again. So I had to put a glove on, didn't need to slice a finger off. Cut it again, trying to get the hole and just keep working at it. Then I think I got it right and I made it slightly too big. What I'm doing now is I just annealed it and it's sitting there. I heated it up to red with my torch and just let it sit there, and that relaxes the steel. And now I'm burnishing an edge for it to set on the carburetor. Anyway, I'm flattening it out, or smoothing it out. I'm still trying to get that to curl. And I grabbed a gosh, I can't think of the size of it. I grabbed a shell that had a tapered neck and put around it 5.56, laying in my truck, the empty one. And that worked pretty good to get it to taper. Now I'm cut the hole, spray painted it with some metal spray paint, and in a can, that is. That there is a magnet, sheet magnet. Might have to look for something a little heavier duty, and it's just wedged inside. And I didn't paint the inside of the air cleaner yet. Now I'm off to a new adventure. Throttle linkages. Why I didn't make them out of plastic is beyond me. This was an exercise in aggravation. Well, the reason why I've done that is I've had mini plastic ones that will break sometimes. Let's face it, they're very thin. And I had some very thin brass, and I thought I'd try making it out of that. It was easy, but yet it wasn't. Trying to get the parts to stick. I tried two methods of squishing the end so it wouldn't pass through. Well, then the brass rod I used for the throttle linkage and for the other thing was not as hard of quality as the one on the sheet, so it saw through it. It wasn't like I was trying to make it move, it just couldn't hold it. Not that there was pressure on it either, it just, ugh. What do you guys use, plastic or aluminum? I never bought any sheet aluminum yet, thin enough. I use a lot of brass on tanks, fenders and such, toolboxes. Anyway, trying to make the throttle linkage. And you can see there's one there, it's broken. Finally got it. There's the next part. Oh yeah. Make it look so easy, believe me. It passed right through. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I didn't have anything to sleeve it with, that thickness. It's very thin. Now I have to stick super glue on it and get it set, because I actually had two linkages going. I threw it away. I just kept the one. I hadn't wanted to open up the other one on the other side because it's a double pumper in that, so I was like, nobody will see it. But anyway, there's the old super glue treatment. Actually worked fairly decent. But there's for my second one, which, like I said, it didn't make it on the model. I should have done all this before I start the carburetor on. That way I could have dealt with it. Plus this week I had a lot of trouble with my hand shaking. I go to the doctor again here shortly. Oops, it broke in two, that's okay. Notice a gap in the air cleaner. And that's what I'm filling with the other one. I haven't repainted it yet, to cover up the darks. But anyway, it don't matter. What you didn't see there was I actually turned it on its side and it stayed, the breather lid. So now here I'm hooking up the throttle. I actually painted that with, not painted, I took some of that chrome pin and chromed it on it, and I'm trying to get it to hook up. Doug's having trouble. Yeah. So here I'm scraping, I'm making the throttle spring, because I got the throttle's going to work. I'm letting it dry from that chrome paint, which is smells like lacquer based. It dries pretty quick, but very shiny. Remember the engine lifting eyes? Well, I can't find them, so I had to make two new ones, plus a throttle return, the spring bracket that hooks to the head needed to be made. So I thought, well, I'll just make new ones of them two, and then redo then make the one for the spring, which, by the way, it all worked quite well. Shock, shock. And making sure that it's rough enough because I ain't gonna prime them, which I literally needed to prime just about everything on this car because I'm using Vallejo paint and it likes chipping or scraping off. No matter how many days after it was painted, it's still anyway, don't get me wrong, I like Vallejo, but you gotta realize I sealed it. I didn't even seal the motor after I painted it. That would have helped. This is mixing up an orange, and I grabbed some tester silver because Vallejo silver sucks, and clean the brush. And then I made that there is the PCV filter that goes inside the air cleaner. What I did there is mix up some light, kind of a pink salmon color to bring out the little bolt heads I rudimentarily stamped in there. Besides seeing a flurry of fingers, now I'm adding a little bit of shadow. That's India ink with a quill pen. Now I'm adding a little bit of highlight, and this is really close, and this is very grainy looking, so you really can't see. So there's everything together. I just got to hit that black again on the top of the air cleaner base, and then it'll be ready to there. Bent the eyelet for the spring. Then I'm going to stick it on the, it looks like aluminum, but it was bright silver. The ones I've seen, I looked up on the internet. Actually had a good view of that. There, got it hooked in there. Who knew, right? I'm sticking, I can't remember. I know they're in the right front, and I can't remember. I don't know if they went to, I think bolts that were there, bolt holes that were there by themselves. Couldn't remember the orientation. Yeah, well, I'm making dipstick right now. That's what that is there. That curly thing in the corner there. No, I don't got the dipstick in yet. Cutting a little bit of, straightening the line up on the plastic. There we go. And this is going to make where the cap of the dipstick fits over the top of the rod, or the tube. Now, I'm going to paint it. Ooh, pretty colors. I guess I could have done an orange tip, but I went black with gray, and I still want to rub some graphite, especially around where the finger goes. Rub the paint off type deal. I'm sticking the spring on. Oh, man. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and see you guys.